Hello there, and welcome to Dreamland Science. Tonight, I would like you to imagine something. Imagine that your body is a house, a quiet house. At the end of a very long day, the windows are closed, the doors are sealed, the world outside has gone still. And now, one by one, the lights inside begin to turn on. Not harsh lights, not the cold fluorescent kind, but warm lights, golden lights, the kind that make shadows soft and corners feel safe. That is what comfort does to your body. It is not laziness. It is not weakness. It is not something you need to earn. Comfort is your body lighting up from within. And tonight, I want to show you something remarkable. I want to show you that every soft blanket you have ever wrapped around yourself, every warm cup you have ever held between your hands, every slow breath you have ever taken before falling asleep, all of it is science. All of it is medicine. All of it is your body doing exactly what it was designed to do for 200 million years. So tonight, we are going to explore 100 relaxing facts about the healing science of comfort. 100 reasons why this moment, right now, is not a waste of time. It is the wisest thing your body knows how to do. Before we begin, if this channel helps you fall asleep, or simply helps you feel a little more at peace, I would be so grateful if you pressed that subscribe button and the little bell beside it. It helps this channel grow, so I can keep making these for you. Thank you. Now, let us begin. Let us start with the very first layer of comfort your body knows, the cocoon. Fact number 1. Here is a beautiful paradox. To fall asleep, your body must cool down. Your core temperature needs to drop by about 1 to 2 degrees before the brain will allow sleep to begin. But the way your body cools itself down is not by being cold. It is by being warm. When you wrap yourself in a warm blanket or sink into a warm bed, your body reads that warmth, and it does something extraordinary. It opens the blood vessels near the surface of your skin, especially in your hands and your feet. And through those open vessels, heat begins to escape, gently, slowly, like steam rising from a cup of tea. This is how your body cools its core, not by shivering, not by fighting, by surrendering to warmth. Fact number 2. That process has a name. It is called distal vasodilation. When warm blankets touch your skin, your blood vessels dilate, sending warm blood rushing to your hands and your feet. Your fingers get warmer, your toes get warmer, and as that warmth radiates outward, your core temperature quietly drops. This is why, when you are truly comfortable, your hands feel warm and your eyelids feel heavy. Your body is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is preparing you for sleep. Fact number 3, scientists call it the thermoneutral zone. It is a narrow band of temperature between about 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, where your body does not need to shiver and does not need to sweat. In this zone, your body can relax completely. Every muscle fiber can let go. Every regulation system can stand down. And in this zone, sleep comes more easily, more deeply, more completely. Your bedroom, your blanket, your pillow, they are not luxuries. They are instruments of thermoneutral engineering. Fact number 4. Here is another beautiful paradox. A warm bath actually helps your body cool down. Researchers found that taking a warm bath about 1 to 2 hours before bed can help you fall asleep up to 10 minutes faster, because the warm water opens those blood vessels wide. Heat rushes to the surface, and when you step out into the cooler air, your core temperature drops rapidly. It is called the warm bath effect, and it works because your body is smarter than you think. It does not fight warmth. It uses warmth as a doorway to cooling, as a doorway to sleep. Fact number 5. Deep inside your brain, there is a tiny region, no bigger than an almond. It is called the hypothalamus, and it is your body's thermostat. Right now, in this very moment, your hypothalamus is measuring your temperature, adjusting blood flow, regulating sweat and shivering, all without you knowing, all without you trying. It has been doing this every second of every day since the moment you were born. And when you are comfortable, when the temperature is just right, when the blanket is soft and the room is cool, your hypothalamus sends a quiet signal to the rest of your body. It says, everything is safe. You can rest now. Fact number 6. Your feet are one of the most important parts of falling asleep. Studies have shown that people who wear warm socks to bed fall asleep faster than people who do not, because warm feet are a signal. They tell your brain that the periphery of your body is warm, that blood flow is open, that vasodilation is working. And when the brain receives that signal, it interprets one thing: safety. Warm feet mean the environment is safe. Warm feet mean it is time to let go. Fact number 7. Your skin is more sensitive than you imagine. The temperature sensors in your skin can detect changes as small as 1/100th of a degree. 1/100th. That means when a warm breeze passes over your arm, or when a cool sheet touches your ankle, your body knows instantly, and it adjusts. Blood vessels open or close, muscles relax or tense, hormones shift, all in response to the tiniest whisper of warmth or coolness. Your skin is not just a covering, it is a conversation. between you and the world. And right now, it is listening. Fact number 8. Inside your body, there is a special kind of fat. It is called brown adipose tissue. Unlike regular fat, which stores energy, brown fat burns energy. It generates heat without shivering, without movement, without effort. Babies have a lot of brown fat. It keeps them warm when they cannot yet shiver. And adults have it too, mostly around the neck and the upper back, when you feel that gentle warmth spreading through your chest as you settle into bed. Some of that warmth is brown fat, doing what it has done for millions of years, keeping you warm from the inside. Comfort generated from within. Fact number 9. During REM sleep, the stage where you dream, something extraordinary happens. Your body pauses thermoregulation. It stops adjusting. It stops compensating. It stops working to keep your temperature perfect. It simply trusts. It trusts that you are in a safe place, that you are warm enough, that the cocoon you built, your blankets, your bed, your room, will hold. And so, your body lets go completely. This is why your sleeping environment matters so much. Because during your deepest dreams, your body is not protecting itself. It is trusting you to have already created the comfort it needs. Fact number 10. Now, let us talk about pressure. There is a kind of touch that does not just feel good. It changes your nervous system. It is called deep touch pressure. When firm, even pressure is applied to your body. Through a hug, a weighted blanket, or simply pressing your palms together, your nervous system shifts. It moves from the sympathetic state, fight or flight, to the parasympathetic state, rest and digest. Your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, your muscles release, not because you told them to, because pressure told them to. Fact number 11. This is why weighted blankets work. The ideal weight is about 10% of your body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, a 15-pound blanket is your cocoon. That weight presses down gently, evenly, across your entire body, and your nervous system reads that pressure as safety, as being held, as being contained. And in that containment, the body finds permission to stop guarding, to stop watching, to stop worrying. A weighted blanket is not just a blanket. It is a signal that says you are held. Fact number 12. A woman named Temple Grandin understood this before almost anyone. As a young person with autism, she noticed that cattle being held in a squeeze chute became calm. Their breathing slowed, their muscles relaxed. So she built a squeeze machine for herself, 2 padded boards that she could control, pressing gently against her body from both sides. And it worked. The pressure calmed her. It calmed her nervous system. It gave her body the signal it needed to stop being on alert. Her invention proved something that science would later confirm. Firm, even pressure, calms both animals and humans. Comfort is not a human invention. It is a biological truth. Fact number 13. The numbers are remarkable. Studies have shown that deep pressure stimulation increases serotonin levels by 28%. 28% more of the hormone that makes you feel calm, content, safe, and at the same time, cortisol, the stress hormone, drops by 31%. 31% less worry, less tension, less fight or flight, all from pressure, all from the feeling of being gently held. Your body does not need a reason to feel safe. It just needs the right kind of touch. Fact number 14. This is also why we swaddle babies. For thousands of years, across almost every culture on Earth, humans have wrapped their newborns in snug, gentle fabric, not to restrict them, to comfort them, because a baby who has just left the womb has just left the most perfect pressure environment ever created. 9 months of even constant, gentle compression and swaddling recreates that. It says, in the only language a newborn understands, you are still held, you are still safe. Nothing has changed. Fact number 15. There is a sense that most people do not think about. It is called proprioception. It is the sense of knowing where your body is in space when you close your eyes and you can still feel your hands resting on the blanket and your legs pressing into the mattress. That is proprioception. And when even pressure is applied through a weighted blanket or a firm hug, proprioception becomes clearer, stronger, more stable. Your body knows exactly where it is. And when your body knows where it is, it can stop searching, stop scanning, stop worrying. Pressure gives your body a map of itself. And in that map, there is peace. Fact number 16. In Sweden, researchers conducted a study on people with chronic insomnia. They gave half the group regular blankets and the other half weighted blankets. After 4 weeks, the weighted blanket group reported a 50% reduction in insomnia severity. 50%. Not from medication, not from therapy, not from changing a single habit, from weight, from pressure, from the simple feeling of being gently pressed into their beds. Comfort is not a placebo. It is a measurable, biological intervention. Fact number 17. And here is something even more remarkable. Deep pressure does not just reduce cortisol and increase serotonin, it also increases melatonin, the sleep hormone, the hormone that tells every cell in your body it is time to rest. Pressure helps your body produce the very chemical it needs to fall asleep. So when you pull a heavy blanket over your chest and you feel that gentle weight settle, your body is not just relaxing, it is manufacturing sleep. Fact number 18. Now, let us go deeper, beneath your skin. There are nerve fibers that science only recently discovered. They are called C-tactile fibers, and they exist for one purpose: to feel. Gentle touch, not sharp touch, not sudden pressure, not pain, gentle, slow, comforting touch. These fibers are different from the nerves that tell you a stove is hot or a pin is sharp. These fibers only respond to softness, to tenderness, to the kind of touch that says, I am here. You are not alone. Fact number 19. And they are remarkably specific. C-tactile fibers fire best at a speed of 1 to 10 centimeters per second. That is the speed of a mother stroking a child's hair, the speed of a hand running gently across a soft blanket, the speed of a comforting caress. Not too fast, not too slow, just gentle. Evolution did not leave comfort to chance. It built a specific speed, a specific rhythm into your nervous system. And that rhythm is tenderness. Fact number 20. When C-tactile fibers fire, they trigger the release of oxytocin. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the trust hormone, the hormone that flows when a mother holds her baby, when two people embrace, when you feel truly, deeply safe with someone. And here is the remarkable part. Oxytocin also promotes sleep. It reduces cortisol. It slows the heart. It quiets the mind. So gentle touch does not just feel good. It chemically prepares your body for rest. Comfort and sleep are not separate experiences. They are the same biological pathway. Fact number 21. Soft fabrics activate C-tactile fibers more effectively than rough textures. This is not preference. This is not opinion. This is neuroscience. When velvet touches your skin, when fleece brushes your arm, when silk drapes across your hand, your C-tactile fibers fire more strongly, more consistently, more pleasurably than when rough cotton or stiff fabric makes contact. Your body is not being picky. It is being precise. It knows what softness means, and it responds accordingly. Fact number 22. Babies know this. Before they know anything else, watch a baby in a crib with a soft blanket. They will reach for it, stroke it, press their face into it, not because someone taught them, because their sea tactile fibers are seeking stimulation from the very first days of life. Before language, before memory, before understanding, the body already knows what it needs. Softness, gentle pressure, the feeling of being touched. With care. Fact number 23. This is also why the security blanket is not just a childhood habit. It is a biological phenomenon when a child bonds with a specific soft object. A blanket, a stuffed animal, a piece of fabric. That object activates sea tactile fibers in a consistent, predictable way, and the brain associates that activation with safety, with calm, with the presence of a caregiver. The blanket becomes a portable comfort system, a piece of the cocoon that the child can carry with them into the larger, harder world, and some part of that instinct never fully goes away. Fact number 24. Think about this. Velvet, fur, fleece, cashmere. Humans are drawn to these textures across every culture, every century, every continent, and there may be an evolutionary reason. Soft textures in nature signal safety. Soft means no thorns, no sharp edges, no threat. Soft means moss on a forest floor, feathers in a nest, fur against skin. Soft means this place will not hurt you. And so your brain, trained by millions of years of evolution, still reads softness as safety, still reads texture as trust. Fact number 25. So here is what we have learned. In this first chapter of comfort, your skin has a secret language. It speaks in warmth and pressure and softness. It has nerve fibers designed for nothing but gentle touch. It has receptors that can feel 1/100th of a degree. It has pathways that turn a warm blanket into serotonin, into melatonin, into sleep. Your skin is not just a barrier between you and the world. It is a translator, and its favorite word, its oldest word, the word it has been whispering to your brain since the day you were born, is gentle. But comfort is not only something you feel on your skin, it is also something you build around you. Every creature on Earth, from the smallest mouse to the largest ape, builds a small, soft world within the larger to harder one. In the next chapter, we will explore the science of nesting, the ancient, universal instinct to build yourself a place of safety, a nest. Fact number 26. Every single evening, as the sun sets over the forests of Central Africa, the great apes begin to build. Chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans. They do not return to the same bed. They do not reuse last night's shelter. Every night, they build a brand new sleeping nest. Fresh branches, carefully selected, woven together with purpose. and precision, a new nest, every single night, because for them, comfort is not a luxury, it is a ritual. Fact number 27. Chimpanzees are surprisingly particular about their nests. Researchers have discovered that they do not grab just any branch. They select branches with specific springiness, specific flexibility, specific strength. They test the branches, bending them, bouncing on them, before weaving them together. They are not just building shelter, they are engineering comfort. The same way you might test a mattress in a store. Pressing down, lying back, checking the firmness. A chimpanzee does the same thing. 60 feet above the forest floor. Comfort engineering is not a modern invention. It is 60 million years old. Fact number 28. Orangutans. Take it even further. In the forests of Borneo and Sumatra, orangutans build nests that include pillows, leaf pillows. They fold large leaves, stack them, and place them at the head of their nest. And sometimes they build a second layer above, a leaf canopy, like a blanket, a pillow, and a blanket built by an ape in the middle of a rainforest, with nothing but leaves and instinct. Comfort is not a human idea. It is a primate inheritance. Fact number 29. Birds do the same thing across thousands of species. Birds line their nests with the softest materials they can find. Feathers, moss, animal fur, spider silk. They do not line their nests with rocks or sticks or anything hard. They choose softness every time, because softness in the animal kingdom means the same thing it means to you. Safety, warmth, a place where vulnerable things can rest, a place where eggs can become birds, a place where sleep can become healing. Fact number 30. Human mothers experience something similar. In the weeks before giving birth, many pregnant women feel an overwhelming urge to prepare, to clean, to organize, to arrange the nursery, to wash tiny clothes, to fold tiny blankets. It is called the nesting instinct, and it is not metaphorical. It is biological. Hormone shifts, particularly changes in estrogen and progesterone, drive this behavior. The body knows that something vulnerable is coming, and it responds by building a nest, comfort, prepared in advance. For someone who has not yet arrived. Fact number 31. Mice, when given a choice between food and nesting material, will choose nesting material, but only when the temperature drops. In a famous experiment, researchers placed mice in a cold environment and offered them two options: food pellets or cotton nesting material. The mice chose cotton. They chose comfort over calories, because when the world gets cold, the body knows that survival does not depend on eating. It depends on being warm. Comfort becomes priority. Fact number 32. Polar bears dig dens in the snow. With astonishing precision, the entrance tunnel slopes upward, so cold air sinks away from the sleeping chamber. The sleeping chamber itself is slightly elevated, trapping warm air in a pocket above. The walls are smooth, packed tight, insulating against the Arctic wind. A polar bear has never studied thermodynamics, but it builds a thermally engineered shelter every single winter. Instinct is just another word for ancient intelligence. Fact number 33. Cats need. You have probably seen this. A cat pressing its paws into a blanket, or a pillow, or your lap, rhythmically, over and over. This behavior comes from kittenhood. Kittens need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow, but adult cats continue to need long after they need milk, because needing has become associated with something deeper, with warmth, with safety, with the feeling of being close to someone who protects you. A cat needing your blanket is a cat saying, "This is my nest. This is my safe place. This is comfort." Fact number 34. Dogs circle. Before lying down, most dogs will turn in a circle. Once, twice, sometimes 3 or 4 times. This behavior is ancient. In the wild, their ancestors circled to flatten tall grass, to check for snakes or insects, to create a small depression in the earth, a sleeping hollow, a nest. Your dog, on your living room carpet, is still performing a ritual that is tens of thousands of years old, creating comfort in the only way it knows how. Fact number 35. Sea otters do something extraordinary. They wrap themselves in kelp while they float on the surface of the ocean. Asleep, the kelp anchors them. It keeps them from drifting away with the current. And sometimes they hold hands with another otter while they sleep, floating, wrapped, connected, safe. Oceanic nesting, even in the middle of the Pacific, in the cold water, in the endless expanse, comfort finds a way. Fact number 36. Gorillas in captivity still build sleeping nests every single night, even though they have no predators, even though the floor is clean, even though the temperature is controlled. The instinct persists, because nesting is not about danger. It is about comfort. It is about the act of creating a small space that belongs only to you, where your body can be exactly what it is: vulnerable, quiet, at rest. Nesting is not a response to threat. It is a preparation for peace. Fact number 37. So when you arrange your pillows, just so, when you pull the blanket up to your chin, and tuck it under your shoulder. When you adjust and readjust until everything feels right, you are doing exactly what a chimpanzee does when it selects the perfect branch, exactly what an orangutan does when it folds its leaf pillow, exactly what a bird does when it lines its nest with the softest feathers it can find. You are not being fussy. You are being what every creature on Earth has been for hundreds of millions of years. A nest builder. Fact number 38. In Denmark, there is a word that has no perfect translation in English. The word is hygge. It means, roughly, the art of creating cozy intimacy. Candles on a table, a warm drink in your hands, soft light, quiet conversation, a blanket over your knees. Denmark is consistently ranked as one of the happiest countries in the world, and researchers believe hygge is part of the reason, not because Danes have more money, or better weather, or fewer problems, but because they have built a cultural practice around comfort. They have made nesting a way of life. Fact number 39. The light in a hygge space is never bright. It is warm, it is dim, it is golden, and there is a reason for that. Light at around 2700 Kelvin. The warm amber of a candle or a dim lamp promotes melatonin production. Bright white light, especially blue-toned light, suppresses melatonin, but warm light at the right color temperature tells your brain the sun is setting, the day is ending, it is time to rest. The Danes did not need a sleep scientist to tell them this. They knew it, the way your body knows it, intuitively, gently, by the way the room feels. Fact number 40. Candlelight flickers at approximately 1 Hertz, 1 cycle per second. That is close to the resting heart rate, and some researchers believe this is not a coincidence. Rhythmic stimuli that match the body's own rhythms tend to be calming. The flicker of a candle, the sway of a tree, the gentle rocking of a boat. All of these move at roughly the same tempo as a heart at rest. And when your eyes see that rhythm, something in your chest begins to match it. Your heart following a flame. Fact number 41. Warm amber light does more than promote melatonin. It signals sunset. For millions of years, the only light that shifted from white to amber was the sun as it dropped below the horizon. And your brain learned that amber light means the day is over. Danger decreases. Predators become less active. The tribe gathers close. Amber light is not just a color. It is a permission slip. Your brain reads it and says, you may stop being alert now. You may rest. Fact number 42. The scent of lavender has been studied more than almost any other calming scent, and the results are consistent. Lavender reduces cortisol by about 15%. It lowers heart rate. It slows breathing. It increases the amount of time spent in deep sleep. Lavender oil on a pillow, lavender sachets in a drawer, lavender candles in a room. These are not just pleasant. They are pharmacological. Your nose is a direct pathway to your brain, and lavender walks that pathway like a lullaby. Fact number 43. Cluttered environments increase cortisol. Researchers at UCLA found that people who described their homes as cluttered had higher levels of the stress hormone cortisol throughout the entire day. Not just when they looked at the clutter, all day. Because clutter is visual noise. It is unfinished tasks, unresolved decisions, unpacked boxes of the mind. And your brain cannot fully relax in a space that feels unresolved. A tidy nest is not just aesthetically pleasing, it is biochemically calming. Fact number 44. Rain sounds activate something ancient in your brain. When it rained, our ancestors were safer. Predators hunted less in the rain. Visibility dropped for threats. The noise of rain masked the sound of the tribe. Rain meant the world was temporarily on pause. And so your brain, trained by thousands of generations, still reads rain as safety. The patter on a roof, the rush through leaves, the gentle drumming on a window. It is not just pleasant sound. It is an ancient, all-clear signal. You are safe. You can sleep. Fact number 45. Fireplace sounds combine two comfort signals at once. First, warmth. The crackle of a fire is associated with heat, with shelter, with being indoors when the world outside is cold. Second, rhythm. The popping and crackling of wood is irregular enough to be interesting, but repetitive enough to be soothing. It does not startle. It does not demand attention. It simply exists beside you, like a companion that asks nothing of you but to be warm. Fact number 46. Architects have discovered something fascinating about curves. When people are shown images of rooms with curved walls and soft edges, their amygdala, the brain's threat detector, shows less activation, but rooms with sharp angles and harsh corners trigger a subtle alarm response. Because in nature, sharp means danger, thorns, teeth, claws, broken branches, but curves mean safety. Hills rolling, rivers bending, the curve of a mother's arm holding a child. Softness in architecture is not just design, it is neuroscience. Fact number 47. Brown noise is deeper than white noise. It emphasizes lower frequencies. It sounds like a steady wind, or a distant waterfall, or the hum of an engine. And many people find that brown noise helps them sleep better than silence, because brown noise creates an acoustic cocoon. It masks the sharp, unexpected sounds that trigger your brain's alert system. A car door, a floorboard creak, a distant voice. Instead, it wraps you in a wall of sound, steady, even, unbroken, like a blanket for your ears. Fact number 48. Libraries are rated among the most comforting public spaces in the world. Not because of the books, necessarily, but because of everything the library signals. Quiet, warmth, soft light, the scent of paper. The scent of paper itself has been studied. Old books release compounds, including vanillin, that are chemically related to vanilla, and vanilla is one of the most universally calming scents. So a library smells like comfort. A library feels like a nest that someone built out of words. Fact number 49. In Japan, there is a concept called wabi-sabi. It is the idea that beauty lives in imperfection. A cracked teacup repaired with gold, a wooden table worn smooth by years of use, a garden left to grow wild. Wabi-sabi says, comfort does not require perfection. In fact, the most comforting spaces are the ones that feel lived in. The pillow with the permanent dent, the blanket with the fraying edge, the mug with the chipped rim. These are not flaws. They are evidence that comfort has been here before, and it will be here again. Fact number 50. So here is what we know. After 50 facts, every creature on Earth builds a small, soft world within the larger, harder one. Chimpanzees weave branches. Birds line nests with feathers. Polar bears carve snow. Cats knead blankets. Otters wrap themselves in kelp. And you arrange your pillows, light your candles, close your curtains, pull your blankets close. You are not escaping the world. You are doing what every living thing has done. For hundreds of millions of years, you are building a nest, and that nest is not a retreat from reality. It is the foundation of healing, but the nest is only the outside. Inside your body, there is another kind of comfort happening. Chemicals are flowing, hormones are shifting, molecules are binding to receptors and whispering. Rest. In the next chapter, we will go inside, into the chemistry of comfort, into the ancient pharmacy that your body carries within itself. Fact number 51. Here is something that might change the way you think about being alone. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is not only released when someone else touches you, it is also released when you touch yourself, when you place your hand over your heart, when you rub your own arm, when you press your palms together gently. Your body cannot tell the difference. It does not check whether the hand belongs to someone else. It simply feels the pressure, the warmth, the intention, and it responds with oxytocin. with calm, with comfort, you carry your own source of healing in your own two hands. Fact number 52. Researchers tested this. They asked participants to place one hand on their chest and breathe slowly for just 2 minutes. The result was a measurable reduction in cortisol, comparably to the reductions seen in people who were hugged by someone they trusted. 2 minutes, one hand, your own chest, and your stress hormone drops because your body does not need another person to feel held. Sometimes it just needs you to show up for yourself. Fact number 53. Rocking is not just for babies. A study published in Current Biology found that adults who were gently rocked during sleep fell asleep faster, slept more deeply, and showed improved memory consolidation. Rocking activates the vestibular system, the balance center in your inner ear, and that system is directly connected to the brain's sleep centers. The gentle back and forth motion signals the brain that the body is being carried, held, transported to safety, like a child in a mother's arms, like a boat on a quiet sea. Rocking is not childish. It is ancient, and it works. Fact number 54. Humming stimulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your body. It runs from your brainstem all the way down through your chest and into your abdomen. It is the main highway of the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. And when you hum, the vibration travels through your throat and stimulates the vagus nerve directly. Your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, your digestion activates, all from vibration, all from sound, all from a gentle hum that you can make. Anytime, anywhere. Self-generated comfort. Fact number 55. Slow breathing is the fastest way to shift your nervous system. Within 30 seconds of deliberately slowing your breath to about 6 breaths per minute, your parasympathetic nervous system activates. Your heart rate drops, your blood pressure lowers, your muscles begin to release. 30 seconds, not 30 minutes, not 30 days. 30 seconds. Your body is always listening to your breath. And when your breath says slow, your body says safe. Fact number 56. Yawning is contagious. You have experienced this. Someone yawns, and suddenly you yawn too. And the reason may be deeply social. Researchers believe that contagious yawning is a form of group synchronization. When one person in a group begins to relax, the yawn spreads, signaling to everyone else. It is time to wind down. It is social comfort signaling. A yawn is not a sign of boredom. It is an invitation from one nervous system to another. Let go. I am letting go too. Fact number 57. During sleep, you sigh approximately once every 5 minutes. Not because something is wrong, but because your body is resetting. A sigh is a double breath. A normal inhale, followed by a second, deeper inhale, and then a long, slow exhale. It reopens collapsed air sacs in your lungs. It resets your breathing rhythm. It releases tension in your diaphragm. It is an involuntary self-soothing mechanism. Your body, even while you are unconscious, is still taking care of you, still comforting itself. Fact number 58. The comfort posture is universal. When humans curl up on their side, knees drawn in, arms close, chin tucked, they are minimizing exposed surface area. Less skin exposed to the air, less heat lost, less vulnerability. It is the same posture a fox uses when it sleeps in the snow, the same posture a cat assumes on a cold night, the same posture you were in before you were born. Curling up is not regression. It is return, a return to the shape your body has always known. Means safe. Fact number 59. Warm milk before bed is not just folklore. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts, first into serotonin, and then into melatonin. Serotonin calms you. Melatonin puts you to sleep. The amount of tryptophan in a glass of milk is small, but the combination, the warmth of the liquid, the ritual of the preparation, the tryptophan pathway, creates a multi-layered comfort signal. Your hands hold something warm. Your stomach receives something gentle. Your brain begins to produce something sleepy. Warm milk is not magic. It is layered science, dressed in comfort. Fact number 60. Carbohydrates help tryptophan reach the brain. When you eat carbohydrates, bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, your body releases insulin, and insulin clears competing amino acids from the bloodstream, allowing tryptophan to cross the blood-brain barrier more easily. More tryptophan in the brain means more serotonin. More serotonin means more calm. This is why comfort foods tend to be carbohydrate-rich. Not because you are weak, not because you lack discipline, because your body is using food as a delivery system. For serotonin, comfort food is not emotional eating. It is biochemical self-regulation. Fact number 61. The vagus nerve does not just carry signals from the brain to the body. It carries signals from the body to the brain. 80% of the vagus nerve's fibers are afferent, meaning they travel upward from the gut to the brain. So when your stomach feels warm, when your digestion feels smooth, when your gut feels settled, that information travels directly up the vagus nerve and arrives in the brain as comfort. Your gut is literally talking to your brain, and what it says most when it is comfortable is everything is okay. Fact number 62. Chamomile tea contains a compound called apigenin. Apigenin binds to the same receptors in the brain that anti-anxiety medications target. The same receptors. Not with the same strength, of course, but with the same mechanism. A cup of chamomile tea gently activates the same pathways that pharmaceutical calm activates. Nature built an anxiolytic into a flower, and humans have been drinking it for thousands of years, long before anyone knew what a receptor was. Fact number 63. Warm liquids stimulate the vagus nerve through the esophagus. As the warm liquid passes down your throat, it heats the tissue surrounding the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve responds. Heart rate dips, breathing slows. The parasympathetic system activates. This is why a cup of warm tea feels like more than just a drink. It feels like a hug from the inside, because it is. The warmth is traveling the same nerve that carries the message of comfort directly to your brain. Fact number 64. Your gut microbiome produces 95% of your body's serotonin. Not your brain, your gut. Trillions of bacteria living in your intestines are manufacturing the molecule that makes you feel calm, content, and sleepy. This is why gut health and mental health are so deeply connected. When your gut is comfortable, your serotonin flows. When your serotonin flows, your brain feels safe. When your brain feels safe, you can sleep. Comfort begins in your belly. Fact number 65. Bone broth contains glycine. Glycine is a simple amino acid that has been shown to improve sleep quality by lowering core body temperature and increasing blood flow to the extremities. The same mechanism as a warm bath, but delivered from within. A bowl of bone broth before bed warms your hands from the outside and cools your core from the inside. Double comfort. Ancient comfort. The kind of comfort that has been simmering on stovetops for tens of thousands of years. Fact number 66. Chocolate contains anandamide. Anandamide comes from the Sanskrit word ananda, which means bliss. It is the same molecule your brain produces. During deep relaxation, during meditation, during the moments just before sleep, chocolate does not just taste good. It contains the bliss molecule. A small piece of dark chocolate before bed is not indulgence. It is a gentle chemical whisper that says, let go. Fact number 67. Soup may be one of humanity's oldest prepared foods. Archaeological evidence suggests that humans have been making soup-like preparations for at least 25,000 years. Hot liquid, dissolved nutrients, warmth in a vessel, before ovens, before grills, before almost anything else we call cooking. There was soup, warm, simple, nourishing, and 25,000 years later, when the world feels heavy, what do we still reach for? Because some forms of comfort are older than civilization itself. Fact number 68. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. It is that warm, tingling sensation that some people feel starting at the scalp and cascading down the neck and across the shoulders, triggered by whispering, by soft sounds, by gentle, repetitive movements. And researchers have found that ASMR activates brain regions associated with caregiving and reward, the same regions that light up when a parent looks at their sleeping child. ASMR is the brain's response to being gently, tenderly cared for. Fact number 69. ASMR reduces heart rate. In a study at the University of Sheffield, participants who experienced ASMR showed an average heart rate reduction of about 3 beats per minute. 3 beats per minute. That is the same reduction as some relaxation techniques and some meditation practices, from nothing more than the sound of a whisper or the sight of gentle hands moving slowly. Your heart responds to tenderness, even when it comes through a screen. Fact number 70. Whispering activates proximity detection in the brain. When you hear a whisper, your brain interprets it as someone being very close to you, intimately close. And for most of human history, the only time someone whispered to you was when they were safe, when they were family, when they were protecting you. A whisper says, "I am close, I am gentle, I am not a threat." This is why whispered voices feel so comforting. They activate the ancient circuit that says, someone is near, someone is kind, you are not alone. Fact number 71. The very first ASMR you ever experienced was your mother's heartbeat. In the womb, you heard it constantly, a rhythmic, low-frequency pulse, steady, predictable, unwavering. It was the soundtrack of your entire existence. For 9 months, and after you were born, when someone held you close to their chest, you heard it again, and you relaxed. The heartbeat is the original comfort sound, the original ASMR, the rhythm that told you, before you had words, before you had thoughts, you are alive, you are held, everything is okay. Fact number 72. Purring cats vibrate at a frequency between 25 and 50 hertz, and those frequencies are linked to bone healing. Researchers have found that vibrations in this range promote bone density, reduce pain, and accelerate tissue repair. A cat does not purr only when it is happy. It also purrs when it is injured, when it is stressed, when it is healing. Purring is self-administered vibrational therapy. And when a cat purrs on your chest, it is sharing that therapy with you, healing through vibration, comfort through frequency. Fact number 73. In the 1950s, a psychologist named Harry Harlow conducted an experiment that changed how we understand comfort. He gave baby monkeys a choice between two surrogate mothers. One was made of wire, but had a bottle of milk attached. The other was made of soft cloth, but had no food. The baby monkeys chose the cloth mother. Every time, they clung to the soft, warm fabric and only visited the wire mother briefly to feed. Comfort was more important than food. Softness was more essential than survival. Because without comfort, survival has no meaning. Fact number 74. The word comfort comes from the Latin confortare. Con means together. Fortare means to strengthen. To comfort literally means to strengthen greatly. Not to weaken, not to coddle, not to make soft. To strengthen. The ancient Romans understood something that we have forgotten. Comfort is not the opposite of strength. Comfort is the source of it. Fact number 75. So here is what this chapter has shown us. Your body carries its own pharmacy. Oxytocin flows from your own touch. Serotonin rises from your own gut. Melatonin builds from your own food. Anandamide whispers from a piece of chocolate. Apigenin calms from a cup of tea. You do not need to go anywhere to find comfort. You do not need to buy anything, or earn anything, or deserve anything. Comfort is already inside you. It has always been inside you, and it does not make you weaker. It literally makes you stronger. And now, we come to the final chapter, the deepest form of comfort your body knows. The surrender, the moment when every system stands down, every hormone shifts, every muscle releases, and your body says, I trust this moment completely. Sleep, the ultimate act of comfort, the ultimate act of faith. Fact number 76. Melatonin begins to flow about 2 hours before your habitual sleep time. Your body does not wait for you to decide to sleep. It begins preparing. Long before you close your eyes, the pineal gland, a tiny structure deep in the center of your brain, starts releasing melatonin. As the light around you dims, slowly, gradually, like a tide coming in, and by the time you feel sleepy, melatonin has already been working. For nearly 2 hours, your body was ready. Before you knew, it was preparing comfort. While you were still awake. Fact number 77. All day long, a molecule called adenosine has been accumulating in your brain. Every hour you are awake, adenosine builds. It binds to receptors in your brain, and each binding creates a tiny whisper. Rest, rest, rest. This is called sleep pressure. And by the end of the day, That pressure has become a gentle, irresistible pull. Not a demand, not a command, a whisper. Adenosine does not force you to sleep. It asks you, gently, over and over, until you say yes. Fact number 78. GABA is your brain's primary quieting neurotransmitter. It stands for gamma-aminobutyric acid, and its job is to silence. When GABA levels rise, neural activity decreases, thoughts slow, worries fade, the volume of the mind turns down. GABA does not add anything to your brain. It takes things away. Noise, urgency, alertness. It removes them, one by one, until all that is left is quiet, is comfort, is readiness to sleep. Fact number 79. Serotonin transforms into melatonin. During the day, serotonin keeps you calm, focused, content. But as night falls, an enzyme in the pineal gland converts serotonin into melatonin. Daytime comfort becomes nighttime sleep. The same molecule that made your afternoon feel peaceful is the raw material for your night of rest. Your body does not waste comfort. It transforms it. It takes the calm you felt during the day and distills it into the sleep you need at night. Fact number 80. Prolactin rises during sleep. Prolactin is the hormone associated with bonding, with breastfeeding, with the feeling of deep, quiet connection. And during the night, prolactin levels climb, not because you are bonding with someone, but because your body is bonding with itself. It is reconnecting, repairing, restoring the relationship between every system, every organ, every cell. Sleep is not just rest, it is reunion. Fact number 81. Growth hormone flows primarily during deep sleep, not during exercise, not during meals. During sleep, deep, comfortable, uninterrupted sleep. Growth hormone repairs muscle tissue, rebuilds bone, regenerates skin, strengthens the immune system. It is the body's master repair hormone, and it does its work only when you are comfortable enough to surrender completely to deep sleep. Healing does not happen when you are alert. Healing happens in comfort. Fact number 82. Cortisol reaches its lowest point around midnight. The stress hormone that has been keeping you alert, keeping you watchful, keeping you ready for anything, stands down voluntarily. It does not need to be forced. It does not need medication. It simply recognizes that the day is over, that you are in your nest, that you are warm, that you are safe, and it lets go. Stress does not fight sleep. It surrenders to it. Fact number 83. Endocannabinoids increase during comfortable rest. These are molecules your body produces naturally. that bind to the same receptors as certain plant compounds. They reduce pain. They promote relaxation. They create a feeling of ease, of floating, of gentle euphoria. Your body has its own bliss chemistry, and it releases it most generously. When you are comfortable, when the nest is built, when the temperature is right, when the pressure is even, your body says, "You have done well. Here is your reward." Fact number 84. The default mode network activates during restful comfort. This is a network of brain regions that becomes active when you are not focused on any particular task, when you are daydreaming, when you are drifting, when your mind is wandering freely. The default mode network is responsible for self-reflection, for creativity, for making connections between distant ideas. It is the brain's wandering state, and it only fully activates when you stop trying, when you stop pushing, stop striving, stop working, when you simply let yourself be comfortable. Comfort does not make your brain lazy. It makes your brain free. Fact number 85. Delta waves are the slowest brain waves. They oscillate at 0.5 to 4 Hertz. Slower than breathing, slower than a heartbeat, slower than anything you can consciously perceive. Delta waves occur during the deepest stages of sleep, and during delta sleep, the brain is not idle. It is performing its most critical maintenance, consolidating memories, clearing metabolic waste, restoring neurotransmitter balance. Delta waves are the rhythm of deep comfort, the slowest, deepest, most healing rhythm your brain can produce. Fact number 86. Oxytocin at bedtime improves sleep quality. Studies have shown that oxytocin administered before sleep reduces the number of nighttime awakenings and increases the time spent in deep sleep. Oxytocin, the hormone of bonding, of trust, of gentle touch, is also a guardian of sleep. It does not just help you fall asleep, it helps you stay asleep. It watches over your rest, the way a parent watches over a sleeping child, quietly, faithfully, through the entire night. Fact number 87. Comfort-seeking behavior is at least 200 million years old. It predates language. It predates civilization. It predates the human species itself. Every mammal on Earth, from the smallest shrew to the largest whale, seeks comfort before sleeping. They find warm places. They build nests. They huddle together. They curl up. 200 million years of every mammal doing exactly what you are doing right now, seeking softness, seeking warmth, seeking the feeling that the world is kind enough to let you rest. Fact number 88. Attachment theory teaches us that comfort-seeking is the foundation of mammalian bonding. John Bowlby proposed that infants are biologically programmed to seek proximity to a caregiver, not for food, not for protection, primarily for comfort. The baby cries and reaches for its mother, because comfort is the base from which all development grows. Without comfort, there is no security. Without security, there is no exploration. Without exploration, there is no growth. Comfort is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning. Fact number 89. Pain and social rejection activate the same brain region. The anterior cingulate cortex lights up, both when you stub your toe and when you are excluded from a group. Physical pain and emotional pain share the same neural pathway, and this means that comfort soothes both. A warm blanket can ease loneliness. A gentle voice can reduce physical pain. A soft touch can heal a broken heart. Because to the brain, comfort is comfort. It does not distinguish between the wound that bleeds and the wound that aches. It simply heals. Fact number 90. Endorphins released during comfort are chemically similar to morphine. Your body produces its own painkillers, and it produces them in comfort, during gentle touch, during warmth, during the feeling of being held. Endorphins bind to opioid receptors in the brain, reducing the perception of pain and creating a sense of well-being. Natural, built-in, always available. Comfort is not just pleasant, it is analgesic. It literally takes pain away. Fact number 91. The fetal position is the default comfort posture across all mammals. Curled, contained, compact. Before you were born, you spent 9 months in this position, and for the rest of your life. When the world becomes too much, you return to it. Knees to chest, arms tucked, head bowed. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that your body remembers where safety began. In the curl, in the dark, in the warmth. The fetal position is not retreat. It is return to the first comfort you ever knew. Fact number 92. Social thermoregulation theory suggests that humans evolved to share warmth as a form of bonding. In the cold nights of our ancestors, huddling together was survival. But over time, the act of sharing warmth became more than practical. It became emotional. Sharing a blanket, sitting close by a fire, sleeping near someone you trust. These are not just acts of warmth. They are acts of love. Because for our species, warmth and connection have always been the same thing. Fact number 93. Human babies are born with a grasping reflex. Place your finger in a newborn's palm, and they will grip it tightly, automatically. This reflex exists because for millions of years, primate infants needed to cling to their mothers, to hold on, to stay close, to not fall. But the reflex persists, even when there is no branch to cling to, because it was never just about holding on physically. It was about holding on to comfort, to the feeling that someone is there. Fact number 94. During deep sleep, the glymphatic system activates. This is a recently discovered system, unique to the brain. It uses cerebrospinal fluid to wash through the spaces between brain cells, carrying away metabolic waste, including beta amyloid, a protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. The glymphatic system cleans your brain, but only during deep, comfortable sleep. Comfort does not just heal your body, it cleanses your mind. Fact number 95. Heart rate variability improves during comfortable sleep. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is the slight variation in time between each heartbeat. Higher HRV is associated with better health, better resilience, and better emotional regulation, and it improves most during deep, restorative sleep. When you are comfortable, your heart does not just slow down. It finds its natural rhythm, the rhythm it was always meant to have. Flexible, responsive, alive. Fact number 96. Blood pressure dips during comfortable rest. This is called nocturnal dipping. During sleep, your blood pressure drops by 10 to 20%. Your blood vessels relax. The walls of your arteries soften. Blood flows with less resistance. This dip is essential for cardiovascular health. People who do not experience this dip have higher rates of heart disease. Comfortable sleep is not just rest for your brain, it is rest for your heart. Literally. Fact number 97. Immune cells increase their activity during comfortable sleep. T cells, the soldiers of your immune system, become more effective at fighting infection during sleep. Cytokines, the signaling molecules that coordinate immune response, are produced in greater quantities. Your body uses the comfort of sleep as a staging ground, a place where defenses are rebuilt, where antibodies are manufactured, where the army that protects you is reinforced. Sleep is not passive. Sleep is the most active healing your body does, and it requires comfort. Fact number 98. Memory consolidation happens during restful sleep. The hippocampus, your brain's memory center, replays the day's experiences during sleep. Important memories are strengthened. Unnecessary ones are pruned. Connections are made between new information and existing knowledge. This is how you learn, how you grow, how you become wiser. And it only happens during deep, comfortable sleep. Comfort does not just heal your body, it builds your wisdom. Fact number 99. Every night, in comfort, your body rebuilds itself, cell by cell, thought by thought, memory by memory. Proteins are synthesized, tissues are repaired, hormones are rebalanced, neural pathways are refined. You go to sleep as one version of yourself, and you wake up as a slightly newer one. Comfort is not stagnation. Comfort is transformation. The quietest, most powerful transformation you will ever undergo. Fact number 100. And so, we arrive at the final fact. Fact number 100. Right now. This moment of comfort is the oldest medicine your cells have ever known. Not invented by a doctor, not discovered in a laboratory, not sold in a pharmacy. This medicine was built into your biology 200 million years ago. It is the warmth of your blanket activating vasodilation. It is the weight of the covers triggering deep touch pressure. It is the softness of the fabric firing your C-tactile fibers. It is the dim light releasing your melatonin. It is the quiet room lowering your cortisol. It is the slow rhythm of this voice, stimulating your vagus nerve. All of it, working together. All of it. Right now. Comfort is not indulgence. Comfort is intelligence. The oldest, wisest, most healing intelligence your body has ever known. And so, we return to where we began. Your body is a house, and tonight, every room is lit. The room of warmth, where your blood vessels opened and your skin said safe. The room of pressure, where the weight of the blanket said held. The room of softness, where your C-tactile fibers whispered gentle. The room of the nest, where every creature on earth builds a small, soft world. The room of chemistry, where oxytocin and serotonin and melatonin flow like rivers. And the room of surrender, where your body lets go completely and trusts the night. Every room is lit now. Every door is sealed. Every window is closed to the noise of the world. And inside this house, there is only warmth, only safety, only comfort. You are not being lazy. You are being wise. You are always being wise. Every time you reached for a blanket, you are activating 200 million years of healing. Every time you curled up, you were returning to the oldest posture of safety. Every time you chose comfort, you were choosing strength. Because comfort was never a weakness. It was always your body's way of saying, I know how to heal. Let me. So tonight, let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your hands uncurl. Let this moment be enough. You do not need to do anything else. You do not need to be anything else. You are here. You are warm. You are held. And that is the most intelligent thing you could possibly be. May your sleep be deep tonight. May your dreams be gentle. And may you wake, knowing that comfort was never a weakness. It was always your strength. Good night, sleepy soul. This has been Dreamland Science, and I will see you in the next one.